What's up guys, today I'll be creating another video talking about why your gratitude determines your wealth. And by the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you one tip that can actually help you be more grateful every day and show some appreciation towards your own life. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is that people always talk about how money determines your wealth, but it is not true. Because someone who have a lot of money, I've seen millionaires and billionaires who have tons of money, who are miserable, who are emotionally poor, and you might think, why is that so, right? And on the other hand, someone else who have just enough to survive, have 3 meals a day, can support the family, and they are contented, they don't need these luxury goods in their life, they don't need to live like this luxurious lifestyle. So why gratitude is so important? So there's 3 key things to this. Number 1 is that it helps you find your life purpose. So what do I mean by it helps you find your life purpose? So if there's no meaning to your life, you won't do anything about it, right? You won't be determined to succeed, you won't persevere. Literally there's nothing. Because if you don't love what you do, why would you even put in the effort? It makes no complete sense at all. So being grateful actually helps you find a sense of purpose in your life, you know, in whatever you want to do and whatever you love to do. Because it's not always about making the money. Sure, financial wise, it is always important, but not when you have enough money already. If you can find something you love and do it for the rest of your life, and being able to feed your family, being able to feed yourself, and just having this stability that you have, that's good enough. And gratitude will actually help you find that. Because most of the time, we as humans think about the end point, the price, the money. Sure, money is great, luxurious things are great, time is amazing, but the most important thing is still being grateful for your life. You know, still being grateful for the small little things like a glass of water. Some people don't even have food to survive. Think about that for a second. Right? So everything you do has to have a purpose, and gratitude will actually help you do that because you do not want more. You are contented with where you are, and everything along the way is just a bonus. You know, whether you get this or not. For example, if I want to be a singer, okay, so let me take the first step of being a singer, right? And then an opportunity comes along, and then it's taken away from you by somebody else. Most of you would feel sad. That's a normal human being. And most of you will cry over it, some even quit. But when you're grateful for your life, you won't do that. You feel like, oh yeah, I may lose this opportunity, but there are many more opportunities along the way. And you'll be more determined, you'll be more motivated. Because that, in the end, that is what you love. And not leaving that and going back to education and starting whatever you hate. That's completely nonsense, right? So that's the first key thing. The second thing that actually why gratitude is so important is that it's making you feel you're good enough. I know most people watching this do not even feel 1% good enough. How do I know this? You're always judging people, right? If you're judging people, you're judging yourself. That's just the truth. Secondly, you're always trying to buy things to validate yourself. For example, Gucci is a well-known brand now. Teenagers love it. All those hype stuff, right? Gucci, LV, Champion, whatever that is, those are luxurious stuff. And some of you even like to travel, which is fine. But not traveling and not buying those things to validate the society, to validate your friends, to validate, whoever you want to please. Because to be frank with you, nobody cares. Maybe some of us care, right? But it's only a few seconds of satisfaction and it will never make you happy. $1,000 spent on 3 seconds, somebody say, oh yeah, that bag's so cool. And that's only one time, once in a lifetime that they will say that. So being grateful eliminates that. So you don't have to feel validated, you don't need other people to tell you you are good enough, because each and every single one of you are good enough to survive in this world, and you do not need people telling you you are good enough to know that. Okay? So being grateful would help with that. Being grateful will tell you that I don't need more, I just need me. Because I am an amazing human being, and everybody that is born is no smarter than me. None of us, even though our IQ levels are different, but we still have one life. It's no different. Okay? And the third key important thing is that of why gratitude is so important is it helps with honesty. Okay? So when you're grateful for something, you don't tend to lie about it. When you're grateful for your life, you don't tend to lie about your life, because you want to live with integrity and honesty. If you live your life full of lies just to try to validate yourself, it brings us back to the second point. You're never going to be happy. All you're ever going to do is satisfy those who you know, and you know them better than yourself. And that's a mistake a lot of people make. We try to please other people until we do not know what we want. Like, just pause for a second and think, what do you want in your life that could make a difference? What do you love to do in your life? Just take a second to think about that. So some of you might have answers, some of you might not, and that's okay, right? We're just trying to change it step by step. So being grateful helps with honesty. You wouldn't lie about anything because you know that everything given to you is not true. Everything that happens with a reason. But you have to put in the work to see it come out as a whole. You can't just wish that you're grateful and just sit back and relax. Nothing's gonna happen to you, right? So now I'll be sharing with you one tip that can help you be more grateful, be more appreciative towards your life. So ready? Okay. So the one tip is write down 3 things you're grateful in the morning and 3 things you're grateful for the day before you go to sleep at night. So why is that so important? So when you write down what you're grateful for in your life in the morning, you realize, most of you actually, will realize that you don't really have a lot right now. But that's because you're expecting more. So try to be saying things around you that are just there, and you think if they would have gone, or those things that would have not been there, would make a difference in your life. And then think about that and start to be grateful about that. Okay? So I want you to write down 3 things every single morning you wake up about what you are grateful for in your life. And before you go to bed, I want you to write 3 things you are grateful for throughout your entire day. So it could be anything. It could be you practicing an extra hour for something you love. It could be you, going out with friends and feeling that these friends are important, they support me, they do whatever they can to help me achieve my dreams. So something like that. And within a period, within 3 months to 6 months, if you do it every day consistently, you start to realize you don't need more. You don't need external validation. And you don't even want to judge people. Because to be honest, the way you judge people is the way people will judge you. And that's why you're scared of doing certain things now is because you don't want to get judged the same way that you judge them. Does that make sense? And here's a bonus tip for you guys. So if you want to really go deep into this, right, be grateful, feel grateful for your life, meditate. I can't emphasize it more. Meditation is so important. I do it every single day of my life. It clears my thought, it gives me clarity. It lets me see things for what it is and be grateful for it. And not seeing an attachment to those objects or attachment to someone. Because attachments are bad. They are just your guilty pleasures which you should just throw out of the bin. And most of us, if you sit there and think about nothing for 20 minutes, you're probably gonna have a lot of thoughts, random thoughts coming to your head. I can guarantee you that, because there are, I don't know how many, 50,000 over thoughts a day. And so if you can just clear like half of that out, not only you'll be grateful, your work ethic would be phenomenal. Alright? So just be appreciative and grateful for your life and believe that you are good enough, because you already are. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm an icon, and my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.